I'm in the back paddock here with trainer Nancy Takter, who's got a busy Saturday night here. And Nancy, obviously in this race you send out a couple of starters, Travolta, Hanover, and Hard 7. How's their weeks been, and what are you expecting from them this evening?
They've had a really good week. You know, they trained well, so hopefully they can have some good performances tonight. They both drew well, so we're kind of looking to get a nice race into them. We're 2 weeks away from the Hamiltonian, and usually this is kind of an indicator race, is which direction you're going when it comes to that race. But I will say, winning the Stanley Dancer does not always mean that you're going to win the Hamiltonian, because my 2 Hambo winners did not race well on this night, and I've actually won this race with Ready for Money, and he was second in the Hambo. So I think you have to take it with a little grain of salt, but it's also a good indicator that you're treading in the right direction.
Something you mentioned on social media tonight was that a lot of your 2-year-olds dealt with sickness. Did that trickle over to some of these older rivals and some of these sophomores as well?
No, fortunately, none of the older horses, knock on wood, got any of the sickness. With 2-year-olds, it's kind of like when you send your kid to kindergarten the first time, it's the first time they're exposed to a lot of different things. And us being on our own private training center, they're not around any other horses but the horses that are in my barn. So when you take them to qualify and they kind of intermingle with other horses, you have a little bit of a risk that they pick up some viruses and bacteria here and there. But knock on wood, it seems like we're over it, and everybody qualified really well yesterday. So I think we're going in the right direction again.
In race 6 in the Dell Miller, you do send out Therese, who's coming off a game victory. Did you do anything, leading up to that start? Maybe make any changes leading up to that start? And Philly, who's always been right there, did it surprise you a little bit how gamely she fought?
For sure it surprised me a little bit. What a knockout is really, or what a bit Hanover is a really nice filly. So, when she came first up on her, I didn't know how much Therese would have left, because Yannick had already used her twice before the half. So, but she dug in and fought gamely. She's a really nice horse. She's been racing well all year this year. She had a bad post her first start and still finished second. It was second in the Sire Stake final. So if she keeps going in the right direction, I think we're in good shape.
In the Hambo Maturity, you are sending out a couple of rivals who are coming off some lackluster performances. How did they come out of that race? And did you make any changes? Are you going to make any changes leading up to this effort tonight?
I think they both a little bit got brutalized in those races. They're not race cars. You have to drive them like horses and not race cars. Both were driven very aggressively. So hopefully with a 13-horse field, they can find some better racing luck than they did last week. The only change is I think I'm going to take the bell boots off of Highland Kismet, just quicken him up a little bit. He was really good last week. We had really heavy bell boots on him just to steady him a little bit, because he has had some braking issues. So hopefully, he's over that. He's sounder now than, that he was when he came to me, and he's getting fitter. I don't think he's at 100% yet, but he's definitely treading in that direction.
Obviously, in the Meadowlands space, you're going to send out Captain Optimistic. Disappointed as a favorite in his prep race last week, but I got a chance to watch him warm up, and he looked a little bit erratic. Is that normal for him? And what do you think of that performance? And are you going to make any changes coming into tonight?
We're changing his bridle tonight. He's going to go with the blind bridle tonight. He was an absolute pain in the butt to warm up last week. I don't know what was going on with him. He was scared to death of the grandstand. He's been here a million times, and he just would not cooperate whatsoever. I think it was just one of those days. Usually he's better on a target, so hopefully he can get a little bit of a better race. Second over would be a dream trip, so we'll have to see if Dex can work that out.
Quickly, you did go to aluminum in front, steel behind. Are you sticking with that, or are you going to make further changes?
No, he's still with the aluminums in front, steel behind him. I was happy with how he paced. It was just, a matter of him. I think he needed the race a little bit, but I think with the blind bridle, he'll stay a little focused and stay a little straighter for us, too.
Appreciate your time. Try and catch a breather tonight.
Thanks.